Hello and welcome to YouTube channel of Prince Civil Services, a unique initiative of Prince EDUHUB Sikar, Rajasthan, where you can prepare for civil services, that is IAS, IPS and other state civil services right from your first year of graduation. So please do like this video, subscribe to this channel, and you can also follow us on other platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Telegram. So my name is Sanchit and today we are going to learn about Indus Valley Civilization and that through MCQs, that is multiple choice questions. So this is second video in the series. We started with the first video, that is the Stone Age, and we also learned about that through the MCQs. So today in this video we are going to learn, we are going to discuss, we are going to analyze the Indus Valley Civilization through MCQs, that is multiple choice questions, and the MCQs are on the exam pattern and you just need to pause the video, solve the question and look for explanations. But before I move into the question number 1, please have a look at the subtopics which you need to learn whenever you are reading Indus Valley Civilization. So these are all the subtopics, like you need to understand about the geography, the sites, the important sites. You must have heard about Harappa, Rakhigadi, Kalibangan and so on. So always learn about those sites, what are those sites, where they are located and so on. Then the most important feature is going to be your town planning, and also I'm gonna put some questions from town planning today in this video. The next topic is agriculture, what type of crops they had, whether they went for plowing and so on, whether there was canal irrigation or not. So you should know about the agriculture also. Then what type of animals they domesticated, whether there was cow, whether there was bull, cat and so on. So animals domesticated is an important topic. Then the most important, technology and crafts. So Indus Valley Civilization people were very good in crafts and other technology. They were good in seal making, brick making and other crafts like bronze work, metal work, jewelry. So that is also important. Basically, there is a high probability of question being asked from this topic. So this topic is very important and these are the subtopics. Then you have trade, then you have the political organization, that is who ruled over these cities or who controlled all the power in this Indus Valley Civilization. Then religious practices, did they believe in the god, what type of gods they worshipped, what was the mode of worship and so on. Then you had Harappan script, whether it is pictographic, alphabetical, logosyllabic, boustrophodon and so on. Weights and measures, Harappan pottery, seals, images, origin, maturity and end. So if you ever start this chapter, reading this chapter, please always look for such topics, subtopics, and if you complete these topics, then the chapter, there is high probability, then no question you are going to miss. So let's start with today's video. This is going to be a part 1. There will be a part 2. We are going to discuss some questions in this video and the remaining questions in the part 2 of this video. So let's start with the question number 1. I will first read the question, then you can pause the video, solve the question on your own, then you can look for the explanation. So this series is just not about solving the question. This is more than that. We are going to learn, I'm going to explain things, the topics in very much detail, but through MCQs. So let's go for the question number 1. Which of the following statements are not correct? So the tip number 1 for today, always look whether the question is asking the correct statement or the not correct statement. Students, aspirants generally commit this mistake that in doing the question hurriedly, they do not read the question properly. So this is a question, which of the following statements are not correct in the context of IVC? Cities were well planned, non-standardized weights are used, there was well-planned drainage and sewerage system. So guys, aspirants, friends, please pause the video and solve this question. Let's look at the explanation. So the number one statement is correct. We all know that one of the major features of Indus Valley Civilization was your town planning. They had proper streets, they had proper drainage system, they had proper housing system. So the cities were well planned. So this statement is correct. Now statement number 2, non-standardized weights are used. Friends, this is a very important point, that there was uniformity, there was standardization of all the aspects. So with respect to weights, they had standard weights. So this statement is wrong, because the statement is saying that non-standardized weights were used. But the right statement should be here, that standardized weights were used in IBC. So 2 is wrong. There was well-planned drainage and sewerage system. So yes, I already told you that during IBC, they had a well-planned towns with well-planned drainage and sewerage system. So only statement 2 is not correct, and the question is asking not correct. So the right answer here is B, 2 only. So that was the question number 1. Here you can have a look, and through pictures you can learn that this is a aerial map of the IBC city. This is also a aerial map of Mohenjo-daro. So you can see well laid streets and so on. Then second point, you can have a look at the drainage system. So they had a well planned drainage system. Every house had a washroom, every house had a well, and the waste went out of the house through the drain, through the street drain, and through street drain it went out into the main drain, and main drain then out of the city. So please remember, IBC's town planning's main feature is they had a very well planned drainage and sewerage system. In the next picture, you can see also drains were covered. So you can see this is a drain, and this is covered with the help of sometimes slabs as well as stone slabs as well as bricks. So that was question number 1, based on town planning and the uniformity in the IBC. Let's read the question number 2. Consider the following statements about the religious life in the Harappan civilization. So this is a subtopic. What kind of gods they worshipped, what type of mode was there, or mode of worship was there. So this is a question regarding the religion of IBC. Statement number 1. Trees and animals were worshipped by the Harappans. Harappans did not practice idol worship of deities. Both male and female deities were worshipped. So pause the video, solve the question, and then look for the answer, explanation. So let's look at the statement number 1. So trees and animals were worshipped by the Harappans. So this is a correct statement, because we have read about that trees like peepal, neem had a kind of a spiritual value in the IBC. Nowadays you can also see we worship peepal and the neem tree. Second is animals. Yes, the humped bull and the various other animals were worshipped. So the statement number 1 is correct, because they worshipped trees and animals. Second, Harappans did not practice idol worship. Idols, the sculptures, the figures of the god and goddesses. The question is asking, the statement is saying they did not worship. So this is wrong, because the Harappans practiced idol worship. They had various sculptures of mother goddesses, they had various images. So idol worship was present during the IBC. So statement number 2 is wrong. Now the statement number 3, both male and female deities were worshipped. So this statement is right, because we have read about the mother goddesses, Pashupati Dev seal, Proto Shiva seal, and other structures which had a spiritual value or a religious value. So both 1 and 3 are right. 1 and 3, and the right answer is B, 1 and 3 only. So always read about the religion, whether it is about the Indus Valley Civilization, whether it is about the Aryans, Mauryas, Guptas and so on. Religion plays a central role in any civilization, and that was the case in IBC also. Now the question number 3. Which of the following statements regarding Harappa are correct? So simple statement. Which of the statements are correct? One of the most important structures at Harappa is the Great Bath. You must have heard about Great Bath. So the statement is asking, one of the most important structures at Harappa is the Great Bath. Lothal is an important port and trading center of the Harappan people. Dholavira provides great evidence of water management. I already told you in the introduction of this video that there are important sites, there are important cities like Lothal, Dholavira, Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Chanhu-daro, Kalibangan. So there are some specific important features regarding a particular city. That city is famous for a particular finding or a particular thing. So this question is regarding that. So pause the video, solve the question. Now let's look at the explanation. The statement number 1 is wrong. Why it is wrong? Because in the statement it is mentioned that Great Bath is located at Harappa. This is a wrong statement because Great Bath is located or found at Mohenjo-daro. Mohenjo-daro. I will show you in the image that what is a Great Bath. So it is a kind of a big pond for some religious value, ablutions and so on. Second is Lothal is an important port and trading center. So yes, this statement is right because Lothal located in Gujarat was an important port city of the Harappans. Third is Dholavira, very important city. Dholavira has got the label for UNESCO's World Heritage City or Site, and Dholavira is a city of exceptions. Whatever rules, general features you read about IBC, they are kind of not present in Dholavira. Okay, so Dholavira provides great evidence of water management. This is also right. So only statement number 1 is wrong. 2 and 3 are right, and the right answer is C, that is 2 and 3. Now let's have a look at some images so that you can remember through visuals. So this is the Great Bath I was talking about. The question is talking about Great Bath is located in the citadel of Mohenjo-daro. It is not present in Harappa. Please remember this. This has already been asked in the civil services examination. Great Bath is at Mohenjo-daro. Next, so this is an artistic view of the city of Lothal. So you can see this is a kind of a port where ships and boats enter, they load and unload the stuff and go out of the river and into the sea. So Lothal was the port city in Harappan civilization, IBC. Next image. This is the image of a reservoir located at Dholavira. Dholavira is known for its water management system. In Mohenjo-daro, there were wells. You dig out the wells, take out the water and use that water. But in case of Dholavira, there were big reservoirs. So you can see here there are 2 rivers, Manhar and Mansar river. So what they did was they built a dam, then they stored the water, then they stored the water in the reservoirs. So you can see here the reservoir and the reservoir. So this is a special kind of water management system which is found in Dholavira. The only site where water reservoirs are found is your Dholavira located in Gujarat. Okay, so that was question number 3rd. Now the question number 4th. Consider the following animals: elephant, cat, tiger, goat, rhinoceros. And the question is, which of the given above animals were shown in the seal of male deity Pashupati Mahadev? You must have heard about the Pashupati Mahadev, that is Proto Shiva seal, very famous seal found from Indus Valley Civilization. So in that seal, there are some animals surrounding the sitting yogic posture. There is a male deity sitting in a yogic posture, and that deity is surrounded by some animals. The question is asking, what are those animals? So in this, the right answer is, you do not find cat, you do not find goat. Yes, there was elephant, tiger and rhinoceros. So the 1, 3 and 5, and the right answer is 1, 3 and 5, because elephant, that deity was surrounded by the elephant, tiger and rhinoceros. I'm just going to show you that seal. You will remember because of the visuals. So this is the famous Pashupati Mahadev seal, which is a kind of an example. So you can see this is the deity, the male deity, and you can see these are the animals. So these are some of the animals. This is tiger, this is your elephant, this is your rhinoceros, and this is your buffalo. So these are the 4 animals which are surrounding the male deity. And below the throne, you can see 2 antelopes or deers. So these are the animals which are present or which are surrounding the male deity, that is Pashupati Mahadev or the Proto Shiva. So that was the question number 4. Very important question. IVC is known for its seals. Seals were made of tight material and they were majorly square and rectangular, but circular seals are also found. Now the last question for this video. Consider the following statements with regard to Indus Valley Civilization. Question statement number 1. It belongs to the Iron Age. Elephants were not domesticated by the Indus people. Cotton was used for manufacturing textiles. So the question is asking which of the statement is correct. So let's look at the statement number 1. It belongs to the Iron Age. This statement is wrong. Why? Because IVC belonged to Bronze Age. This is a very simple statement, and Iron Age started around 1000 BC, and before that you had the Copper and the Bronze Age, and IVC belonged to the Bronze Age. So statement number 1 is right. Before I go on to the other statements, let's look at the options. So if you know that statement number 1 is wrong, then also you can solve this question, because there is 1, 1, 1 in the options. So where there is 1, that option is wrong. So, and the only option left is B, that is 3 only. But for your further information, let's look at the statements. Elephants were not domesticated by the Indus people. This statement is wrong because elephants were domesticated and there were other animals who they were domesticated. The cotton was used for manufacturing textile. This statement is right because Indus Valley Civilization people were the first to grow cotton. So that is very important point, and there were textiles, there were clothes made out of cotton as well as wool. There were woolen textiles, there were cotton textiles also. So for this question, the right answer is B, that is 3 only. So friends, this was a small video containing 5 questions and their explanation related to IVC, that is Indus Valley Civilization. This was part 1, and in the next video we are going to look for some other questions, some other concepts, and with explanations we are going to learn about IVC. So thanks for watching. Please follow us on YouTube and on Telegram and on Instagram, Twitter with the name of Prince Civil Services. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Thank you.